Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2, hard mode, dimensions update, and we are chugging these guys in. I didn't have time to just let it run like I wanted to. My weekend just got away from me. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and while that is going, we're going to do some tasks. I rerouted this task train to come into this unused bottom layer here. And that way, this guy that comes in the middle here, no wait, where is it? Oh, it's this guy. It comes in the middle here, specifically our cyan train. He can come and unload, make sure unload up here. I also put in, for the cyan back car, just to make sure that one gets completely unloaded, I put a wait stop in there for the second stop. At least there's two. There. Boink. All right, so cool. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these tasks. And I think the first few of them we can just knock on out. Let's claim these guys first. I did see that here, once we get these 135,000 shapes in, all we need is 8,000 to start leveling this up. So that's good. I think it's 8,000 for the first ones of a lot of these. So that'll start cruising up pretty quickly. All right. So let's take a look at the tasks. And by the way, if you haven't already, please hop on over and give us a subscribe and a like and all that good stuff, especially a like. I understand subscribing is a commitment, but we did hit the 350 mark. Yay! So we were actually like 351, and then our last video posted asking, to get up to, and I saw we dropped down to 350. So somebody dropped out. That's okay. I get it. I understand. But yeah, we're over 350 now, which is very exciting. Okay, so let's look at these tasks. We're gonna get this going, and let's get this one going. Just gonna knock some of these out, and we'll probably do some fast forwarding. So yeah, we want a just a single circle and a single windmill. So we're just gonna get our cutter out. Yeah, that's there. And then we will get our trash can out. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take our trash can, plunk it down. Let's get rid of that. And then copy this. I don't think we... Oh, can we? No, we can't do it there. But we can do it there. So we get a two-sided trash can. And actually, you know what? I bet if we get rid of this... Yeah. Let's do that. It does make this blueprint a little bit more expensive, but, who cares? We've got almost 6 million blueprint points. I think we're doing okay. There we go. All right, now let's save as. Save. All right, that way we can take this, put it there. Take this, boom, boom, and do that. There we go. So now we're cutting both of these in half. Then we're going to give a clockwise rotate on this one. We'll do a counterclockwise rotate on this one. Then we're going to do another Actually, we'll just do a delete, half destroy. And then this guy just needs a clockwise rotate. Uh-huh. All right, now also let's take a look at this and see what... Yeah, see, that's going to be the same thing throughout this whole shape. All right, so that's perfect. Then we're just going to go into a stacker. Oops. And, oh, nope. Then we need a painter. And we're gonna... go up and over. And down. There we go. That is gonna finish that one off, and let's take the stuff that's in here and zero it out. Alright, so that's gonna be it for that. Let's go over and start this one over here. So we're gonna do... we need... And again, I think it's this throughout the whole shape. Boom. Yeah, we've got that. There, and there too, right? Yep. Pretty much throughout the whole shape. Uh-huh. So, we're going to start off with spikes. And we'll do a half destroy on spikes and on windmill. Although eventually it's not going to be a half destroy on windmill. You know what? I'm going to hold off on that. How do I want to do this? Because eventually, at this level, this one becomes just half blue and then half gray. So how would we do that? We would cut it. That's going to be the windmill. So let's get a cutter in here. And for right now, we're going to trash half of them. This guy is always going to be just a half shape. So we can do a half destroy. And then we can do a counterclockwise rotate. This one, also a counterclockwise rotate. And, okay, can we paint two of these at once? That is my question. Do this. Let's get our painter out. Boink. Will that work? It's probably going to be slow, but I think it'll work. So, that's okay. Then, we're going to stack these together. Again, allowing some room for other stuff. Because eventually we're going to take these guys and run them up and stack them here. So yeah, that's going to do it. All right. Perfect. And that is it for our first shape. Oops. Okay. So now we can stop you. Clear you out. Next, we're just going to get this. And that's just going to stack on top. So let's get a stacker going. So over here, we need the same thing, but with no paint. And then do that. So that. Plus, we need an hourglass for spikes. And we want that hourglass to be going top left, bottom right. Kaboom. And I'm going to take this and do that. And this. Go like so. And that should be it for the sky. Okie doke. And let's look at the next one for this. Next, we're going to do these two. So we need... so that's... Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm cheating my system here. I'm doing level 1 here, and then I'm doing level 2 here. So, yeah. I don't need to be doing that. I really should have this over here. With this coming up, and then that will make it so this is quicker. Okay, we'll get that going. All right. So there you go. It all works out. Once it starts feeding in, then I'll cut this out. Okay, so levels 3 and 4 are both just half circles. So we can just do a half destroy. And they're on top, yeah. So half destroy and then a counterclockwise rotate. And then we're going to run that right on into a stacker. Alright. Okay. Here. Stacker, and then this. It's going to be the same. And then a painter. This top one gets painted blue. All right. That goes in there. This will go into here. Eventually, this will be a stacker, in fact. Right now. Yep. Okay. That's gonna make that. Let's go check in on this. Oh, interesting. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this. To this. Because next step after this is we're going to have this guy going in. From here, it's going to come up here and rotate. And then come in uncolored to stack with this. Cool. Alright, you can see this is coming in. So let's see what's next for our friend over here. Next, we need to do this. So it's the same thing as the first one. including the green. But you know what? I'm going to hold that green for a second. And then we need an hourglass. We need hourglass of windmill. Oh, we need hourglass of windmill. That's gonna... So yeah, we need basically a 3/4 windmill. So we need a notch. All right. Let's try and cut that off. Let's just cut this off here. All right, instead of this, let's get our notch. Put that in there. And yeah, I think this is good. This, all right, we want that, yeah, lower corner, so we want to take this and do a 180. Then we're gonna paint. Paint you green. And where do we want to do this? I think right here. We're going to take... Oh, that needs to be on the bottom. Right? Yeah, this is our... Yeah, that shape goes on the bottom. And this one, straight in. Cool. That is almost done. Wait, no, you are wrong. Okay, there we go. Couple bad shapes. Nothing bad. Nothing major. Excellent. And we're halfway through our milestone. Next is going to be this guy. Okay, he's cruising along. And we can start getting ready for this. So this is going to be half spiky at this point here. So we can take this cutter, and then a clockwise turn. And that is going to get stacked along with this. Actually, maybe I'll, at that point, I'll take this and flip it. So we'll stack it like that. And then we're going to also have, at that point, red windmill, half. So, same thing, this. Then that's going to go into a painter. All right. So I'm going to have to reroute this. I'm going to take this and bridge it over here to come in this side. Like that. This one. Oh, don't want to do that. Can I hit R? Nope. Alright. So that one's wanting to connect into here, even though we've got blue going in there already. So what I need to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to go underneath. There we go. See it? Out. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know it's ugly, but you have to ask yourself, does it work? That would be yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Alright, this guy is good. I'm going to cut you off. Uh-huh. I'm going to clear out all this. Stacker, stacker. Oh. No, we need to do a counterclockwise. Yep, which makes that perfect. Then we can reconnect this. So that is the shape. And let's head back over here. Alright, we're going to get our red. We need hourglass and hourglass of windmill and square. Hourglass of windmill and square. Windmill, square. We want squares to be upper right, lower left. So we're going to flip you. Right here, we're going to do a stacker. And then we're going to do a rotate. Doesn't matter which way. And then we're going to do a paint. And we'll go and clear all these guys out. And paint red. Then into a stacker. With that on the top. Cool. This is still kicking stuff out, which we don't want. Alright, now we should be... Yeah, good. These are all going to just come in and fill in the bottom rows and be set. So that is it for this one. Okay, so let's fast forward until whichever one of these is done next is done. Alright, so let's play a little game. We've got about 4,500 of these guys in now, and we're still delivering them, but I'm going to cut everything off here and see if we've got enough in the hopper to make it through. Alright, so let's take a stacker. And I'm going to rotate it and plonk it down there. I'm going to take this guy, cut you, and cut you, flip that around. So now we're making, is this right for the next one? Let's see here. Yes, we're making a little mushroom shape. Perfect. Then that gets us on top, and this. Yeah, you can see we had more than enough. I'm going to clear these out. Clearing these out. Clearing all that out. So that should be it for this one. And you see this one is delivering, so we're good. So yeah, we've got this as our top shape, which was this whole red thing. Then it gets stacked on top of that, which looks right. And then it gets stacked on top of... where are you? Where are you? Alright, we must be out of something. We're out of blue. Oh my goodness, how are we out of blue? Well, we just got some blue in. Which one is that? That is cyan. Let's go back here. We only have one cyan. Oh wait, no, that's not the ink delivery. Right here. Yeah, we only have one cyan tray. Oh, we're out of blue here. So that's this one. That's our red. There goes another train of blue there. And we have two red trains going in. I'm going to make a third one going in. There goes another one. Man. I didn't think we'd run out of fluid that quickly. Alright, so this one's done. Boom. Let's get started on this one. Alright. So, getting started means... let's get rid of all this. Alright. We are a clean slate. So let's do this one. Super easy. Windmill and circle. Let's do our double cutter. Going into trash. And this one. Oh. It would help if it was on the right level. Alright. So we need to do a... this is correct for windmills. We just need to do a 180 rotate for the circles. We just need to stack them, pack them, and rack them. Done. What's next? Next, we're gonna have the red on the bottom the same, but it's gonna get painted red. And then we're gonna grab circles from the next layer. And we do not need to rotate those. Yeah. And then that is going to come up and... oh, but we're going to paint it red, which we can do there. Yeah, so right here we'll do a red paint. So let's get that ready. Alright. How's this guy doing? Yeah. We're looking good. That's going to start delivering, I think. Has it already? Yep, it's already starting to deliver. First batch going in. Excellent. All right, let's skip ahead until probably this one is done. All right, so this just completed. I've added another batch of trains delivering blue just to the right side. Just went crazy. I put in 4 new cyan trains. And so those are coming down here, and then I made sure that the cyan is leaping across. So this one is cyan and red. Good. Okie doke. Let's get this one done. So we're going to take this guy. Flip him. We're going to do a painter here. And bring it in. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. Combined with these. That makes that. So we're all set. And we can delete this and this. Yeah, because all these are getting starred of blue. So let's just hammer a bunch in. You can see this one here is almost out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Boom. All right, now these guys are all filling up with blue. Yeah, let's go back here. Let's see what else. Yeah. All right. Okay, that'll all sort itself out. This is chugging along. So yeah, you can see this has gotten really slow. This guy, yeah, you're good. These numbers obviously count up slower the higher you get, but you can see we still have had some coming in here. We've got them coming in here. So, yeah. Those are still chugging. In fact, let's go take a look at our... Oof. Yeah, it's slow. Looks like we are slow on these greens. Just here. Now what if we take this, put it here, get another one of those going. Yeah, now we're getting some more green in. We take this. We do it here. Ah, it's so close. Yeah, we can do that. And then take this and that. Okay. And then I'm going to take this track, do that, and do that. All right. Then I'm going to take this and double each of these up. Okay. All right. Back to tasks. All right, let's fast forward until one of these is done. I think it's probably this one. Actually, no, we haven't built this out next. So the next one, is very different. So I'm basically going to take everything, copy it down to the next group, the next pairing. Let's just take this. Copy it there. And then, yeah, we'll copy all this. And then we're just going to pull out these guys straight out. Put them on the bottom. Yep, like that. Alright, this is good. Up and over. We go. We're going to take this, like so. Let's clear out all of this. All right, so let's look at it, double check it. Yep. Okay, so that's making that top bit. Then these guys just go straight on top of that. Right? Yep. Okay, that's this. Very cool. And we're getting really close to hitting that milestone 10. Once we do, then all of this can totally change. Yeah, see, there's not going to be any of this anymore. No more waiting. It's just gonna go. So, very excited about that. All right. We're almost done with this guy, which is the last one of this. Yep. Got all those research points. Nothing to spend them on yet. That's okay. We will stash them. And once we can, then we're going to put them into that shape multiplier. So the shape multiplier is great. It means every time one of these, like right now, when one of these goes into the vortex, then that means we get +1 point, right? Once we hit the shape multiplier, that means every time one of those goes in, we'll get 2 points. And then we hit the shape multiplier again. Every time one of those goes in, 3 points. So it's it just keeps going up and up and up, which is the goal. And that's, so, you know, like I've talked about having 10 trains, 10 cars worth going into the vortex. Now that means that 10 cars is actually 20 cars. All right, let's shut her down. All right, it's gonna let those guys recharge a bit. Actually, we're looking pretty good on blue now. About shapes. Oh, look at this. We are down on circles. Down on circles. Do we not have circles in here? Do we need more circles? Circles are in the middle. Oh. Circles. Whoop. Circles are up here. Yeah, circles are the top. Come this way. Alright. Circles right here. So let's take our red and let's get another thing of circles going in, or two. Alright. Refill those. Excellent. What is our next stop here? Next is super easy. It's just full and full. And then the last one's super easy too. This one also super easy. Alright, let's get started on this one. So we're going to do a circle notch. And we want that notch to be, we're going to give it a little clockwise rotate. And then get through painter. And paint it green. Alright, then we're going to go through this. We're just going to do a cutter. Maybe I should have a machine that is opposite of a notch. It's just a, creates just a single piece. We will do a clockwise rotate along with a half destroy. That makes bottom right. Look at that. So then that is going to go in here. We will do a stacker. And throw you on in. Is that one done? Next, it's going to be the almost the same all the way through. Okay. So next, it's going to be have this shape on top of that. So we need another notch and then a circle. So we're going to notch a windmill. Alright, wait, let's hop over here. Back over here. Okay, so this one we're no longer cutting. Gonna do that. And yeah, we're not cutting you either. So I'm gonna clear out all of that. All we're doing is painting windmills, full windmills red, and full circles red. Okay, that is that one done. Oh, some leftovers. all on top of the gray spiky. Okay, good. All right, this guy. This is all gray, no paint. So we've got notch. We need that to be in the open spot to be in the upper left. So that is a counterclockwise rotate. And then a circle, right? Yep. Circle piece. So just take this. Yeah, and then have destroy. Oops. And that leaves us with upper left. So we're gonna stack this. Hey, milestone completed. All right. That is gonna make that, which we're then gonna take right over here. And it will stack on top of this. All right, let's check out that milestone. Train delivery. Boom. Ah, beautiful. Straight in to the vortex. Love it. Let's do it. Okay, that's cut off. That is cut off. That is cut off. Let these guys go in. That is cut off. And then this is cut off. All right. Got nothing going in here. We're gonna clear you out. This one is still unloading. This one is not. This one. About the lower. Nope. And, yeah, those guys are still unloading. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this in and just leap it. So those are all of these blueprint shapes are just going to rocket straight on in. And all of these get rid of that and that. That, this. Right. Okay, I'm going to cut you guys all off. Cutting you off. And this one, yeah, there's nothing left there. And for right now, I'm just going to run it straight on in here. Okay. This guy is going to go straight. Oops. Oop. Alright, I'm going to get rid of all this. That's just coming in here and here, and I will clean all these up later. Nice thing is once these things go in, they regenerate from whence they came. Alright, we're just going to do that for now. And so this means we don't have to worry about same color trains delivering because they just disappear anyway, so they're not going to go back. Alright. Let's just really quickly finish this one up. And I do some skipping, but yeah. Let's do it. This guy is going in there. In the meantime, that all gets done. So, perfect. All right, what's going to be next for this guy? Because I think this will be the next one. This will be the last one. Is we're going to need blue windmills from down here. So I'm going to do is grab a painter. There we go. Blue windmills. Those are going to stack on top of these guys. And you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just make the commitment now. That's done. Because I think we've got more than enough shapes to get through all these. And get our deliveries in. If not, then we'll start over. What's next for this? Same on the bottom. And then red on the top. So yeah, this exact same thing right here, just painted red. There we go. All right. No, we're almost done with this one. Oh, but wait, yeah, look. This is perfect. Seriously, we need 60. Okay, there we go. All right. Those are all reset. And unlocked. Let's grab some shapes. Okay, so next episode, what we're gonna do is start, we're gonna clean this up a bit, and I'm gonna have all these individual delivery trains coming in one, you know, start arcing around, coming down, and coming up from the bottom, because then right here is where we're going to eventually build our MAM. And that is going to be probably in a couple episodes. I want to just get all the tasks done. I just want them done. And then we're going to start the MAM. Okay, but you see how fast the tasks are going now with this. Now, some of the other ones that we're coming up to are going to be tricky. You know, this one's fine. It's fine. These are all fine. Yeah, that one's super easy. Fine, fine. This one, it's still fine. Yeah, no problem. But when we get down into crystals, that's when it's going to get a little trickier. So, but we're gonna just blast through a bunch of these. Okay. And, yeah, so this is showing us how to do... Oh, look at that. It's a little Pac-Man. Wagga, 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 wagga. Very cool. Alright, so, yeah, we're going to get through all that. Excellent. Alright, my friends, thank you so much. Wait. Let's get this one done. You see this one is delivering and good. You see this one is almost done. And then the only thing is we have to swap out for a red tail on this one. So instead of our... so this, we're going to need all that over here. All right. Let's... Yeah. Just boom, boom. Oops. That. And that. Okay. That's making this next one. Then all we're going to need to do is over here is get this going. And it's going to be a... it's going to be red. And it is going to be a little red tail. Oop. No, that's wrong. We still need to cut this again. What? Oh, I see. There. I didn't copy enough. There we go. Yes, that makes that. And then that's going to need to go and stack with this. So yeah, we'll just move this stuff up. Easy slash peasy. All right. I think you can see how that's going. We are cruising. We are not bruising. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll come back next episode. We're gonna blast through more tasks. We're gonna get our we're gonna get this more arranged, better, and then we'll be all set. Okay. This is Gramps signing off.